Hello, everyone. A very welcome to a whole new session on the parenting webinar series. And today we have Ankit as an expert speaker. So let me just tell you a few brief and introduction about Ankit. So Ankit is a gay rights activist. He is working in the area of diversity and inclusion, specifically in education, workplace, and faith. He is also a speaker at national and international forums, including United Nations. And here I am, Divya, co-founder of ThatMate. So as you all know, through ThatMate, we conduct a lot of sessions around sexuality and mental health for teenagers. And now in this period of lockdown, we have started this special webinar series for parents. So let's hear from Ankit and what he has to say about sexuality in this video. So Ankit, if you can just give about your brief, the what exactly you do in inclusion and diversity. So if you can put some light upon it, that would be great.
Thank you so much, Divya, for having me today. And before I start, I would like to congratulate you and your whole team for the amazing work you guys have been doing in the area of sexuality and mental health of the teenagers, especially in the rural and tier 3 cities, because this conversation has been so limited to urban, English speaking, elite cream of the society in general in cities like Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, Calcutta. But it's so much needed that somebody to reach out to the tier 2, tier 3 cities and even villages to talk about it. So I'm really, really impressed with the great work you have been doing. And thank you so much for having me today. It's my honor and privilege to be here today. So thank you so much. So my work, as you mentioned, that I am very passionate about working in the area of diversity and inclusion. What do I mean by diversity and inclusion is having the diverse set of people coming together and working towards the same goal or same motive. All right. For an example, any institution where you will find diversity of people. Even at home, we will find different type of people at home, isn't it? Somebody would be liking pav bhaji as their favorite meal. Somebody like me pani puri, and someone like me who would be liking complete dal bhat and varan bhat with some dahi and ghee on it. So
Yeah.
there are so many different type of people out there. That is called as diversity. Diversity in simple understanding is vaividyata. Okay. And when there's a diversity, naturally there would be uncomfortableness, or I don't know if that's the right word or not, but some set of discomfort towards diverse people whom we are not able to understand. Like you would be completely fine with somebody who's liking pav bhaji and you liking varan bhat, but you may not be comfortable when a person having the absolutely different kind of food habits than yours, especially when you are sitting on the same table, right?
Yeah.
Same thing happens when it comes to sexuality and gender identity. All right. So when we talk about diversity and inclusion from LGBT perspective, I work in the area of education. Then the classroom is full of diverse students. Students
Yeah.
are all not all students are same. So when there's a diversity, how we can be inclusive when there is a diversity? Whether it's in classroom, same happens to the workplace also. That workplace, any multinational company or national company, there will be so many type of people coming from different background coming together and working. And when we are not able to accept ourselves and our peers or our colleagues, the productivity of the company, or to the extent the productivity of the on a national level goes down, because people are not able to be authentic themselves. So diversity in education, diversity in workplace, and then diversity within the faith group as well. That not everybody believes in same beliefs that you and me have. So how we can have and work towards diverse set of people and make them understand the importance of inclusion of each other. Let me explain this concept from a very basic, simple example, which my mother taught me when I was a kid. Okay, so me being coming from a Hindu background, my mom used to take me to Shiva temple or Krishna temple when I was young. And one thing she will definitely ask me to do, and that is the act of pradakshina. Okay, many of your audience would have also been doing it or asking their children to do it, as today's viewers are most of them are parents today, right?
Yeah.
So the meaning of pradakshina is so beautiful, and let me start with that. So what is pradakshina? You go to a temple and you go around the deity, है ना, सर्कल में आप भगवान की स्वरूप या मूर्ति के सामने दर्शन करते हो, उनके सामने नमन करते हो, और उसके पहले या बाद में क्या करते हो, उस मूर्ति के आसपास आप एक गोल चक्कर लगाते हो।
Yeah.
इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? इसके कई सारे मीनिंग शास्त्रों में बताए गए हैं और उसके अर्थघटन आप कर सकते हैं, लेकिन एक मीनिंग जो मुझे मिला और जो मुझे बहुत प्यारा है, एंड दैट इज दैट व्हेन यू bow down to the truth from a different angle, you will see different dimension aspect of the same truth. यानी एक सत्य को कई नजरों से हम देखते हैं, कई आयामों से हम देख रहे हैं। इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि मैं पॉइंट ए से जो दर्शन कर रहा हूं, वो जरूरी नहीं है कि पॉइंट बी पे खड़ा व्यक्ति उसी सत्य को उसी नजर से देख रहा हो। मुझे जो दिख रहा है इस मुकाम पे, वो अलग हो सकता है पॉइंट बी पे खड़े हुए व्यक्ति के मुकाम से। इसका मतलब जब ये कहता हूं कि यही केवल सत्य है, दिस इज द ओनली ट्रुथ, दैट मीन्स आई एम स्पीकिंग हाफ ट्रुथ. There can be truth beyond my understanding, because the point of view which I am standing right now is not giving me the complete truth. And in process for me to make a statement about complete truth, what do I need to do? The act of pradakshina. मुझे वो मूर्ति के चारों ओर घूमना पड़ेगा, 360 डिग्री में घूमना पड़ेगा, उसी सत्य को हर आयाम से देखना पड़ेगा, और तभी जाके मैं एक द ट्रुथ के पास पहुंच सकता हूँ, एक सत्य के पास पहुंच सकता हूँ। How beautiful is that? That this world is full of diverse people, and when we say that something is right or wrong, that means that what we are making a statement from a point. एक जगह से खड़े होके मैं कह रहा हूँ कि तुम गलत हो या तुम सही हो। अरे भाई, आपने अब तक पूरा सत्य जाना नहीं है। So diversity and inclusion is all about pradakshina in a simple understanding, कि भाई इस दुनिया में विविध तरह के लोग हैं, उस विविध तरह की रचनाओं को हमें स्वीकार करना है अगर हमें कहीं आगे बढ़ना है तो। That is how I understand diversity and inclusion.
That's really great. I mean, I haven't thought of it before about the pradakshina and relating it to inclusion. And I think India is what better example. I don't find anything apart from India to define diversity, to experience it. Like wherever, if you even if you change the city, the language changes, the kind of people change, the taste of the food changes. And I think that's how we are living with everything since beginning. And but right now we have to have this different angle to look at gender inclusion and diversity as well. So
Yes.
taking that in forward, like as you have majorly worked in the gay right activism as well as in the gender inclusion at all
Yes.
places, so I would like there has been always a confusion in the society with the parents and with the children as well, that what exactly sex is, gender is, because whenever they fill up any form or whenever they apply for anything, there they have to mention their sex, which is male and female. But right now, with the so many advancement, there is a column for other as well, and to in the
Yes.
gender as well. If you want to reveal your gender or not, you have all the choices. So
Yes.
हम लोग मतलब जब भी we take a workshop around biology and around when we tell them about their body, then we go for the safe and unsafe touch. So we tell them that sex is nothing but just a biological difference, that what male reproductive system is different than female reproductive system, and that difference is just called as sex. Other than that, if you see all the organs, every body part is everything is same. It's just that few hormones and the reproductive organ system is different, and that is all what basically sex is. And talking
Yes.
about the gender, so the gender, what I understood as a difference between sex and gender is, so gender is basically a rules that society has created. So a female has to do some things and do few things, like a female should cook or should stay in the house or should raise a child, and a male should go out of the house and earn for the family and be the breadwinner. So that is how
Yes.
currently, and since the childhood, what we have learned about the what girls should do and what boys should do, and that is what all gender is currently. But right now all the norms are changing, like ladkiyan bhi sab kuch kar sakti hai and kar rahi hai. So stating that, so that is a single difference between a thin line difference, I would say, between a sex and a gender. But what
Yes.
sexuality exactly is, because there is also a lot of confusion about ki sexuality kya hai fir. So
जी
if you
जी
can
जी.
tell us in a very simple language and to all our audience as well, to understand what sexuality is mean.
Sure, sure, sure. Definitely. Thank you. So sexuality, in a very, very simple term, it means that to whom you are attracted to, irrespective of your gender identity. All right. So gender identity is something what you consider your gender to be in your head. Okay.
Hmm.
So gender, we generally put it here. So if we have a gender-bred teddy, wherein the brain part, it decides what your gender is, not your private parts, right? It's brain which decides what your gender is, what your gender identity, what you consider yourself as. When your sexual orientation is something is considered at heart, you know, किसको देख के आपका दिल धड़क धड़क करता है. That is your sexual orientation. It is not just about sexuality. Of course, it is about sexuality, but it's much more than it as well. You know, it's an emotion of companionship that with
Yeah.
whom you would like to spend your life as a life partner with. You know,
Hmm.
to coming down again, simplifying it.
Hmm.
So when I say myself as gay, what do I mean by it? Is that I'm biologically male. Okay, I'm a cisgender male person. That means मुझे जन्म से जो मेरा gender है पुरुष का, वो मैं अपने आप को भी पुरुष ही मानता हूँ. So my biological gender is male. My gender identity is also male. मतलब मैं अपने आप को पुरुष ही मान रहा हूँ.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
And third, I'm attracted towards a male. मतलब मेरा आकर्षण भी पुरुष के प्रति. I'll repeat. बायोलॉजिकली मेरा जन्म से जेंडर पुरुष है. मैं अपने आप को पुरुष ही मानता हूँ और मैं पुरुष की ओर आकर्षित हूँ. That's why I consider myself as gay.
Okay.
So to understand what sexual orientation is nothing but the gender to which you get attracted to. So if you get attracted towards the opposite gender, then you are a heterosexual person. If you get attracted towards the same gender, then you are a homosexual person. If you get attracted towards both the gender, then you are a bisexual person. And there are variations to it.
Okay. So I think
आपका दिल किसको देख के धड़क धड़क करता है, या फिर at a very fine evening at a nice romantic place like Marine Drive or something. Like many times there are teen calls me, youth calls me, they're confused about their gender and sexuality, and I don't know what my orientation is. So one, it's not a like 100% authentic way to test it, but just one way I always tell them to start a discovery is that imagine yourself sitting at a beach or some nice romantic place, and your partner is keeping their head on your shoulder, you're keeping your head in their shoulder. Now take a long breath in and look at the person. And what is the gender of this person? Is it a male or a female or something else? You know? So that defines your sexual orientation. आपका दिल किसको देख के धड़क धड़क करता है? For me, it is person who happens to be of the same gender.
Yeah. So I think if we have to see it predominantly, there are three types. One is heterosexual, the people who are attracted towards opposite gender. Second is homosexual, with the if you are attracted with the same gender, and if you are attracted with both, like same and the opposite as well, then it would be defined as a bisexual.
Absolutely. But there are more as well.
Okay.
There are diverse set of people. So there are people who get attracted to person's personality irrespective of their gender identity. They're called as pansexual. So there are more sexuality as well, but however, prominent ones are these three: homosexuals, heterosexuals, and bisexuals.
Yeah. Okay. Then, as you have talked about orientation, so as you said previously also that there are LGBT, IQ, and A plus, if I'm not wrong. So if you can put some
Yes.
light upon it and explain it one by one, that what basically LGBTQIA plus means.
Sure, definitely. Why not? So first of all, L. L stands for lesbian. That means a person who is biologically female, consider themselves as female and attracted towards a female. जन्म से स्त्री अपने आप को स्त्री समझती है और स्त्रियों की ओर आकर्षित होती है. That is called as lesbian.
Yeah. Okay.
L, G. G stands for gay, which I myself have explained just a few minutes ago. That is a person who is biologically male, consider himself as male and interested in male. Not just sexually, but emotionally, as a companion, and so on and so forth. As a life partner is considered as gay. LG. D. The person, irrespective of their gender, whether they're male or a female, irrespective of the gender identity, they are attracted towards both the gender, male and female. All right? They are considered as bisexuals. मतलब एक पुरुष हो सकता है जो अपने आप को पुरुष समझता है और स्त्री और पुरुष दोनों के प्रति आकर्षित हो सकते हैं, उसे हम बाइसेक्सुअल पुरुष कहेंगे. एक स्त्री हो सकती है जो अपने आप को स्त्री ही समझती है और वो स्त्री और पुरुष दोनों के प्रति आकर्षित हो सकती है, तो इसे हम बाइसेक्सुअल स्त्री के तौर पे जान सकते हैं. LGB. Then T. T stands for transgender. That means जिनका बायोलॉजिकल जेंडर, यानी कि जन्म से जो उनका जेंडर है, डॉक्टर ने जो उन्हें जेंडर आइडेंटिटी जन्म से दिया है उनके प्राइवेट पार्ट्स को देख के, वो और वो अपने आप को जो दिमाग में समझते हैं, ओके, उनकी जेंडर आइडेंटिटी जो है वो अलग है. यानी कि उनका बायोलॉजिकल जेंडर पुरुष हो सकता है लेकिन वो अपने आप को जो है वो स्त्री समझते हैं, या तो फिर उनका बायोलॉजिकल जेंडर स्त्री है लेकिन वो अपने आप को पुरुष समझते हैं, उन्हें ट्रांस कह सकते हैं. ऑलराइट. इसमें भी कई सारे प्रकार है, जैसे कि हिजड़ा है जो अपने आप में भारत में बहुत प्रचलित है. एक तरह का हिजड़ा इज अ कल्चर, इट्स नॉट इवन जेंडर आइडेंटिटी बट इट्स अ कल्चरल आइडेंटिटी, है ना. तो हर ट्रांसजेंडर हिजड़ा नहीं होता लेकिन हर हिजड़ा ट्रांसजेंडर जरूर से होता है. ठीक है. सो LGBT. देन Q. Q stands for queer. ऐसे कुछ लोग होते हैं जो अपने आप को किसी भी एक बॉक्स में या एक तरह के आइडेंटिटी में सीमित करना नहीं चाहते हैं, वो अपने आप को क्वेयर कहते हैं. ठीक है. सो क्वेयर शब्द का भी अपने आप में एक इतिहास है. जब क्वेयर यानी कि जो अलग है, जो मुख्य धारा से अलग है, उसे क्वेयर कहा जा सकता है. क्वेयर शब्द जो है वो एक गाली की तरह इस्तेमाल किया जाता था अमेरिका में और वेस्टर्न कंट्रीज में कुछ सालों पहले, कुछ दशकों पहले. तो क्वेयर LGBT कम्युनिटी ने कहा अच्छा आप मैं इस गाली के तरह से क्वेयर कहते हैं, हाँ हम है क्वेयर, यू नो. जैसे कि कुछ जात के प्रति भारत में कुछ गाली के जैसे शब्द है जिसका मैं इस्तेमाल अभी नहीं करना चाहूंगा, आई एम श्योर लोगों को पता है. तो वो गाली का इस्तेमाल करते करते वो एक तरह से पहुंच गया, हाँ हम है ऐसे, कर लो जो होता है वो होने दो, you know. So there were set of people who used to use queer as a bad word for certain set of people, and that has been used as a negative term. So the queer people fire back and say that they reclaim the space and they say, look, you're calling us queer, we are queer, do whatever you want to do. All right. So that's the history of queer word. However, in today's term, queer stands for people who are different from the mainstream society in terms of gender identity and sexual orientation. So anything which is non-mainstream gender and non-mainstream sexual orientation can be considered as queer. So gays are also queer, lesbian are also queer, but there are people who don't want to consider themselves as gay or lesbian or bisexuals or transgender, they call themselves as queer. You know कि हम mainstream नहीं है, हम अलग है, हम हटके हैं, उसे queer कहते हैं. So LGBTQ. Then I. Then I stands for intersex. There are medically around 60 plus type of intersex. Okay. So we'll not go into detail of it. But intersex is a person in simple understanding whose biological gender identity is not clear. मतलब लाखों में कोई ऐसा एक आध बच्चा ऐसा पैदा होता है जो इंटरसेक्स होता है, ठीक है, जिसको देख के डॉक्टर ये नहीं कह पाते कि ये पुरुष है या स्त्री है। अब हमारे भारत में एक गलत मान्यता है कि हिजड़े जो होते हैं या ट्रांसजेंडर जो होते हैं उनके जन्म से बायोलॉजिकल अवयव जो है वो क्लियर नहीं होते हैं। जरूरी नहीं है ये बात। ओके, देयर आर चिल्ड्रन whose gender are not defined at the time of birth, they also can be considered as intersex. So LGBTQI. So these are the umbrella terms used for queer community in general conversation.
Okay, so yeah, I think it's clear right now because there was a lot of confusion for me also to understand what queer exactly means. But yeah, I think it's clear right now. So then, as you said, you identified yourself at the age of 17, if I'm not wrong. And many children maybe in their growing up
Yes.
ages, as they get into the, as we say that they come up to the age, the feeling of attraction starts at that point, even for the male and even for the female. And that is quite natural, and it is a rule of nature that you get attracted towards someone, be it a opposite gender or a same gender. And I think that is the time where children understand themselves or can categorize themselves within these all sexual orientation. So when a child identifies himself that he or she is attracted towards same gender, so what as we all know that there is a lot of stigma in the society, so what struggles they exactly go through, let's say physically, mentally, and socially as well. So if you can
Yeah,
share that.
sure. Thank you so much for asking this question because it's a journey which each queer child goes through. You know, when I say queer, I mean all LGBTQIA plus the whole umbrella can be called as queer. So when I say queer, or any child who is different from the mainstream societies, gender identities and orientation identities. All right. So each child almost goes through this struggle of discovering his, her, or their self, including myself, you know. And many of us think that we are the only one. मतलब पूरी दुनिया में हम अकेले हैं जो पूरी दुनिया से अलग है. Almost all child have experienced this. Why? Because we don't have examples to connect with. When I discovered myself, I did not have a single example or a single story to relate with. The whole world around me were full of straight people. All I see was a male and a female couples. I never see two female as a couple or two male as a couple, right? So I thought that I'm all alone in this world. And if I tell about this to somebody, whether it's my parents, my friends in school or in college, or society in general, I'll be rejected. I'll be a disgrace to my family. People will laugh on me. My parents have to go through a lot because of me and all, and I'll be a disgrace on my society, on my religion, and so on and so forth. So at the age of 17, I tried to kill myself. But now I can laugh on it because I'm like, you know, I belong to a Gujarati family, and the tool by which I tried to kill myself was a knife. Now, any Gujarati audience can relate with this, that you hardly can cut a potato out of a Gujarati person's knife. Forget about killing a human being. So
Yeah.
nothing happened.
Even I'm a Gujarati
So
too.
So today I can laugh on it, but then to be very honest, Divya, I really struggle a lot when I discovered myself when I was 15, 16 as a different person to the moment I tried to kill myself. It was extremely lonely, alone journey.
Yeah.
And many parents out there who are watching this video, you know what? if your child comes out as different, I know it would be difficult, but I want you to tell them that whatever they are, you are there with them. I'm not saying that you accept them right then and there in that moment, you know, and we can talk about it later uh, in detail as well. But what are the struggles which a queer child goes through? A queer child thinks himself, herself, or theirself is all alone in this journey. And it's a very lonely journey for a 9th standard, 10th standard kid to go through. I discovered it at the age of 15, 16. But as I have been active in this space for last 10 years as an activist, I have discovered the children at the age of 8, 9, 10 also discovering themselves as something different, you know. And for an 8-year kid to go through this journey alone is very, very difficult. So that is point number one, that they find themselves alone. Second thing which happens with them is the bullying, because if their gender expression is different, matlab, they are acting in a different way than the society's norms, they would be getting bullied by their friends, at times even there by their teachers and their elders at home, you know. So bullying takes a lot of space in their life when they discover themselves as different and when they express this differentness.
Yeah, and
So alone, loneliness,
I would like
bullying.
to add a few, sorry to interrupt you, but I think these are the ages, as you said, like 18 to till 8 to 18 years old. I mean, ये जो 10 साल की जो journey होती है, in that age, a child has a very fragile self-esteem, and bullying, discovering yourself as a different identity. I think that that would be completely a lone journey, as you said. तो ये self-esteem को भी काफी harm करता होगा. And at that time, the more they require is their friend support, because the peer is considered as a important person in that period of time, क्योंकि parents के साथ तो काफी connect कम हो चुका होता है. And that time, what everything, the world is all around their friends, and if they get bullied by their friends, then I can imagine how difficult it is for them. So yeah, you can go ahead with that. I just wanted to add a point of self-esteem, that it is really
Yes,
fragile
that's
in
true.
those years.
It's very difficult time for any kid of 8-year old to discover something so huge about their life, and then, like, you know, go on this journey all alone. So loneliness and bullying, these are the two main point which a child goes through. In addition to this, the regular difficulty of their hormonal changes, the change in their body, all these things which any child goes through, but it becomes much more difficult in the case of queer child, you know, because they are not able to connect with what they're, like, you know, confused or are so much in stress about what is happening to them, including their bodily changes, is a, on top of it, much more struggle they go through. So it's really, really, really extremely difficult time for any queer child when they are discovering their sexuality or the different of gender.
Yeah, and as per my knowledge, 80% of the kids who identify themselves as a different identity, they go into the depression, and remaining 20% are on the verge of it. And I think you, as you have said, that you have taken extreme steps, so that is like a living example of what a child goes through when he or she identifies themselves as a different. So my next question related to the same is, what you want to tell all of our parents who are listening to this, that if their child comes out to anyone in his or her trusted circle, or to a parent itself, so they also go through a lot of struggle. I can easily, I mean, imagine that even like when a bacha grows up and comes to a age, तो parent का भी parenting एक नए phase में जा चुका होता है, and they also face
Yes.
lot of struggles while raising their children. And अगर ये भी आता है सामने, so I would say that it would be very very difficult for them to accept as well, because उनके लिए ये काफी नया है, and इवन सोसाइटी में काफी सारा स्टिग्मा है इसके बारे में. So what
Yes.
parents should do? I won't say do's and don'ts about it, but what is the best thing that a parent and a child should also do to come on the same page, और किसी का भी नुकसान ना हो इसमें?
Yeah. So first of all, if a child comes out to you, before you do anything, I want you to go and tell the kid that they are not alone in this journey. So no child takes the extreme step which I took. You know, everything else can come later, but the life of your child or any child is so important, so important. So please tell them a message that they are not alone. If my parent, my mother, my father, or somebody would have told me that, Ankit, you are not alone. Whatever it is, we will figure this out together. And I am with you. I would have not taken that step. So that, as a person who have gone through this whole journey, would like to say that I really wanted that one statement from somebody elder to me, that I am not alone. So please tell your child that they are not alone. So after doing that, I know it would be a difficult journey, and there is no need to hurry the journey. You deserve the time, you deserve to accept your child. But make sure that this time is not that long, that it will be difficult to bridge the gap between you and your child. I know so many queer children who are thrown out of their home because their parents were not able to connect with their child, were not able to accept their child. And this is not the case of US or Europe. Of course, this kind of cases happen all over the world, but these cases have happened in our own country as well. My inbox will be filled with 2-3 messages every single week of a child who will be messaging that I am from this village, I am from this small town of Bihar, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and I have decided to move out of my home because my parents are just not accepting me. What are you doing? When I ask, they will reply that they are studying in 10th standard, they are doing the junior college, 11th standard, 12th standard, no way of living by themselves. And then we have to look for a place for their shelter and where they will go, and then what will they do, who would be feeding them their next meal. So any parent who are watching this video, I want you to with folded hand request that let that kid not be your child. So give them a message that it's they are not alone in this journey. Second, take your time, but please accept your child the way they are. Third, in this journey of acceptance, please understand there is no mistake by you. It is not your wrongdoing by which your child has turned out to be different. This is how they are. It is indeed a biological thing. मतलब आपने कुछ गलत नहीं किया है कि आपकी परवरिश में कि जिसकी वजह से आपका बच्चा कुछ अलग हुआ है. ये ऐसा ही है. इसका स्वीकार आपको वो जैसा है वैसा ही करना है और करना चाहिए. उसमें कुछ गलत नहीं है. So last thing is seek out the help. आप जिस तरह से आपको मैंने कहा कि आप अपने बच्चे को कहिए कि वो अब उस जर्नी में अकेले नहीं है, उसी तरह से मैं आपको कहना चाहता हूँ कि आप भी इस जर्नी में अकेले नहीं है. एनजीओज है जैसे कि दैटमेट, so many people who are working in the area, like myself and so many others, please reach out to us. हम आपकी मदद करने के लिए, आपको कोई भी क्वेश्चन हो कि ये क्यों हो रहा है, ये कैसे हो रहा है, मेरे बच्चे की सेक्सुअलिटी क्या है, उसका जेंडर क्या है, आप उनसे बातचीत करना चाहते हैं, आप वो दूसरे क्वेयर पेरेंट्स से बात करना चाहते हैं, जैसे कि स्वीकार करके एक पेरेंट्स का ग्रुप है जो जिनके बच्चे LGBTQIA है, तो आप भी अकेले नहीं है. जैसे आपके बच्चे अकेले नहीं है इस यात्रा में, उसी तरह से आप भी अकेले नहीं है. The way your child is not alone in this journey, you are also not alone in this journey. There are so many help and resources available. Please reach out, look for the help. if you need. Look for the resources if you need. And together we can embark on this journey towards acceptance of your child and your own self as a queer parent.
Yeah, I think that is a
Yeah,
very
these are the few
beautiful.
simple things
Yeah, it
which
is
I would like to recommend.
actually, yeah, an important takeaway for all the parents, that there are, like, you are not alone. I would say, like, you feel that you're alone, or your child is different, and कुछ हमारी परवरिश में कमी रह गई. But I would say, like, that there must be n number of parents who are also in this journey but feeling themselves as alone. So, and Ankit has a lot of data, and I can say a lot of uh, would know a lot of NGOs or foundations working around it, or organizations to provide help, to provide counseling, to help you little bit in this journey of acceptance. And I think everything comes down to acceptance. If you accept, and जैसे हमने अभी accept किया है with this pandemic, and still we are trying to make our living, make options for our career, and सब लोग एक ही boat sail कर रहे हैं, so it is no different. And I think acceptance would be the key, I would say, to have a happy journey of accepting your child and yourself as well. So
Yes, absolutely.
yeah. So, concluding with this session, that I would like to ask you, like, if you can name two, three organizations who are specifically into this field, who can help the child as well as the parent, with the counseling, who are completely unaware about it. So, if you can just mention few names, that would be helpful. Hello, Ankit. Yeah, so if you can tell us few names of foundations who are helping children as well as parents to help in this journey to do counseling and to connect with the same group of the parents and group of the children. So that would be really
Sure.
helpful for our audience.
Of course, the very first name which comes in mind when it's come to LGBT space, Humsafar Trust in Mumbai. They also are working in Delhi and many other parts of the country. So Humsafar Trust is there. Then there is a NAS Foundation in Delhi. Then there is a Sarthi Trust in Pune. So likewise, there are so many NGOs working in it. Along with it, there are so many support groups also, so as I was mentioning about the parents support group called as Speakar. Then there is Impulse organization. Impulse has a branches in Delhi and Mumbai. Then there's a QNet. So likewise, there are so many space where parents can look for the resources. Along with it, we also have a database of queer friendly counselors and psychologists whom you can approach, if you are finding it difficult in your journey, and if you're looking for a professional help. Then we have a database of queer friendly counselors and psychologists throughout the country, in each state almost. So yeah, you reach out to me. My name is Ankit Bhuktani. I'm almost there in all the social media platform, or I'll share the database with ThatMet as well. So you can reach out to them as well, and they can share the database with you. So yeah, there are so much of help available. And top of it, you feel free to reach out to any person whom you trust from the community. I'm sure you would have come across people like me, like Harish Iyer, or many transgender activists like Lakshmi Narayan Tripathi, Kanishka Chaudhary, or Sonal Giyani. All these people are quite well known face of community, very vocal and out in media as well. We all are there to help and support in any possible way, so you can reach out to the people as well, any person whom you trust and can relate with. So much of help out there, organizationally, professionally, and individually. All you need to do is message out and reach out.
Yeah. So I think you have mentioned a really good names, and Humsafar Trust I have heard before as well, and their work is really remarkable. So I would request, like, if you need help, if you are in help, please seek support, and that really helps you out. And while concluding the session, just a last question of today's whole topic, I would say that with so many awareness going over the internet as well as on the Bollywood, that recently, as we all have watched the movie called Shubhamangal Zyada Savdhan. So what do you think, like how the current scenario is changing? What how parents are accepting with all these situations, and apart from that, how really they are open to educate themselves around this? So is the scene has changed now with the all awareness going around?
Yes. So Divya, I would like to share with so much of happiness and gratitude that the thing which India had not seen in last 20, 30 years, we are seeing that happening in India in just in last 2 years of time frame. After the Supreme Court's decision on IPC 377, which decriminalized our sexual act per se, now it was like everybody was ready to accept it, just that this one thing was holding them back, and now that is gone. So as I was talking about the Swikar parents group, they also went into Honorable Supreme Court and filed a petition that their child's rights has been denied because of IP 377, So the parents have really come out in support of their children's rights and not just accepting. So एक होता है accept करना और दूसरा होता है अपने बच्चों के अधिकार के बारे में बात करना, और उससे भी आगे होता है अपने बच्चों के अधिकारों के बारे में बात करना नहीं, लेकिन दूसरों के बच्चों के अधिकार के बारे में भी बात करना, जो स्वीकार ग्रुप कर रहा है. So they have accepted their children. They're talking about the rights of their children and acceptance of their children, and not only that, they are talking about the rights of each queer child out there in this country. How wonderful is that? And they're going all the way to the Honorable Supreme Court to talk about that and file a petition for it. And they won at the end, right? So from the parents' perspective, we are seeing so much of acceptance like never before. Also from the almost all the sections of the society, whether it's a doctors group, so many corporates and workplaces are coming out in terms of changing their HR policies, their operational manuals, and coming out in support of the queer community. There are I am also connected to many faith groups. Like I myself have started a support group called Queer Hindu Alliance, which talks about Hinduism and how Hinduism talks about inclusion, acceptance of everyone. Right. So the same way, there is another amazing group called as National Council of Churches in India, which is the body inclusive of 30 member churches all over India. Each churches is having thousands and lakhs of followers and members. So see, all of them are coming out in support of LGBTQI community. मतलब समाज के हर तबक्के से, हर आयाम से एक्सेप्टेंस, स्वीकारता और सपोर्ट की आवाज आ रही है. और ये सब हुआ है पिछले 2 या 3 सालों में, जब से सुप्रीम कोर्ट का फैसला आया है. तो वी आर सीइंग सो मच ऑफ एक्सेप्टेंस. एज यू राइटली मेंशन द एग्जांपल ऑफ मीडिया इंडस्ट्री, लाइक आपको पता है कुछ सालों पहले एलजीबीटी समुदाय मतलब कि एक कॉमेडी पात्र होंगे किसी नाटक में या किसी फिल्म में, जो जिनका बर्ताव एक विशेष तरह का होगा, है ना. Effeminate behavior would be portrayed to a gay guy, which is true but not so true, right? No, not all gay guys are effeminate. Like I myself is not effeminate. I am the way I am, and that's the beauty of it. There are gay guys who are effeminate. That's the beauty of them. They are unique. I am unique. But this stereotyping of LGBT and gay community, which is changing, which is really good. We are seeing so many mainstream characters, coming out, mainstream queer characters being portrayed in mainstream cinemas, in theater, in storytelling platforms, in media. So I think things are moving towards better. It really gets better by each passing day, like never before. And I myself consider so lucky. You know why? Because the generation before me have seen so much of struggle. My generation has also seen a struggle. मतलब मैं जब तक 25 साल का था तब तक तो मैं criminal था भाई. I was a criminal till the time I was 25 because the person with whom I wanted to express my love happens to be of the same gender, and that was considered as a crime in this country, in my own country. So I was a criminal till at the age of 25. Now I'm no more a criminal. So I value the freedom which I have got. At the same time, I'm seeing the acceptance in the society. I'm seeing acceptance in the judiciary. I'm seeing acceptance in the legislation like never before. And fortunately, we all are hoping that in my lifetime only, we would be seeing a day of marriage equality as well. मतलब कि जो एक समलैंगिक व्यक्ति को शादी के बाद जो अधिकार मिलते हैं, चाहे वो प्रॉपर्टी राइट्स हो, साथ में इंश्योरेंस की बात हो, साथ में लोन लेने की बात हो, ये सारे सिविल राइट्स जो शादी के एक संस्थान से आते हैं, है ना, वो सारे अधिकार मुझे भी मिल पाएंगे. I will have a right to adopt a kid as well. So all the civil rights will also come to India for sure. It's just a question of time. And we are hoping that will happen in our lifetime as well. Matlab, my generation is the most luckiest queer generation of queer history so far. So yeah, it's a wonderful time to be alive. It's wonderful time to be queer. It's wonderful time to be in India, wherein you can contribute towards the change. But that can happen if you accept the way you are. That can happen if you accept the people around you the way they are. If you can be a contributing element and part of this great historical change.
Yeah, thank you. Really, thank you so much, Ankit. I think that's a great point, and everything comes down to acceptance, as I said before. So, I think that is the key. And I'm sure that all the parents and everyone who is watching this video must have got a knowledge around it, and they must have aware about it. So this is just a beginning. What all we can do, and this is a quite small help which we can provide you with this video, having a person like Ankit to talk about his journey and whatever he has seen around him, and the drastic change as well in the Indian government system. So I think now this can be just a kind of launcher, I can say, where by from the inputs of this video you can search about it, you can reach out to a lot of foundation, you can read, you can watch, and get educated yourself about it and start educating your children as well, because in the future they are also going to be a parent of some child who can come up as a different gender as well, and there they have to be in a support of their child. So I think, yeah, that's a really good conversation with you, Ankit, and I hope, like, I myself have learned so many things today, and I can really uh, relate and be empathize with what all queer children, that the struggle they go through, and parents are the most important element, and the support that they need in this time is really vital. And I think. So yeah, this has been amazing conversation, and I really appreciate your efforts toward Queer Hindu Alliance and whatever help you're providing around the country and on the international forums as well. So all the best to you and many congratulations.
Thank you so much for having me. It's wonderful talking to you and connecting with all of your audience. And if you have any more information needed, if you need anything in terms of more information, support, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm always available. Yeah.
Yes, I think we will put all the information about Ankit and as well as the list that he has given us of the organizations who provide help in this. So anytime you can reach out to us, you can reach out to Ankit, and we would be ready to help you out in this journey.